Hey there, e-bike fans. In this video, I'm going to talk about the local bike shops. And behind me, I have the Open Trails Ebike shop that's in Santa Clarita Valley. And these guys have actually been really essential in helping me understand e-bikes, get started in the industry. And one of the reasons I actually want to talk about these guys in particular is because you have the opportunity when you come to a store like this to check out some of the biggest name brand bikes that are out there. Okay, so like you have the Aventins that are here. These are the newest Aventins, the cinch style step throughs, and these did a really good launch. And I've actually been wanting to see one in person, and you know, it's so cool that actually Aventin does go ahead and bring some of their bikes out to local bike shops to be sold. And as you look in here, we have not only a bunch of Aventins in here, but they also carry different lines like high bikes and some more Aventins, other road bikes. So if you're new to the e-bike industry, and I think more so, the most important thing I want to bring about, explaining about why the local bike shops in your area are so important, is because most of us do not know how to service our own bikes. And you may get one that you can assemble watching a YouTube video, but there's a lot of times when I'm putting together my bikes that I realize there's a ton of loose nuts and bolts that they never mentioned in the video should be checked. So I just know which ones I should just be checking, but yet, you know, you may not have a torque wrench that might have all these settings in the right place. So I want to introduce Sam. He's actually the manager of this Open Trails. And from his shop here, I was able to go ahead and rent a couple of bikes, learn about them, get an explanation on how different bikes work. Before I knew anything about them, I was just interested in riding them. And it was super helpful in getting the channel started, but also to get all these bike starters to come in and to understand it. And more so, he just saved me, because I was actually doing a test ride on a new bike in the backside, and I got a flat and brought it in here just to see if I could get it quickly fixed. And within, must be like 8 minutes, put some sealant in, got me going back on the road, got me to get my lunch appointment, and then now on my way back. Hey John, can you hold up a sec? I have this weird noise coming from my tire. Oh no, hopefully, oh shoot. I'm gonna have one. The thing is, there is a bike shop right on the other side of this wall. Open Trails. It's an e-bike shop. Oh. But this shard went into my my tire. Yeah, I hear it. That's the bad part. Oh man, that's a bummer. Okay, so it's two from the valve ahead. All right, so let's go ahead and. Why it's so important, the local bike shops need not only support for regular bikes, but now the e-bike industry is growing so fast and it's so awesome. And so Sam, I just wanted to ask, you know, with the e-bike industry, this is an e-bike store, which is unique. Yeah. Because a lot of stores, actually a lot of people complain that there's not enough shops that service e-bikes. Right. So to have a shop like this in our area, we're super blessed to have that opportunity to actually even talk to people who understand all the different styles of bikes. But I'd like to find out from you, so you guys sell Aventins and high bikes and other brands here. First of all, my understanding is they're the same price as off the websites if you were to buy them direct from them?
Yeah, for the most part, especially Aventin. They seem to be a very hot seller online and in the stores, and we honor all their specials and stuff like that on websites. So I can't speak to all the dealers, but that's what we do.
Yeah, so if you're in Southern California, especially in the northern LA County area, you know, these guys service it. But you also, if you're looking for an Aventin bike and you just wanted to see what they look like, because, you know, they're all over the place. This is one of the places you can come and pick one up. I actually wanted to really buy the Aventin Level, and it was out of stock for so long, I couldn't wait. But it's one of those things, now that they have them in stock, you guys can actually just see and even come and check them out. And
you have to ride the bikes.
Yes.
You have to test ride. and get from a dealer if you can. It'll just save you headaches in the future. They've done their research, you know, and their homework on the brands they sell and stand behind it, or they should. I know we do. So.
Yeah.
I think Avonton especially does a great job with their dealers and their customers and taking care of everybody.
Okay. The other thing is, I noticed sizing is also a big deal. People don't really know how to size a bike. You guys help them out with all getting them.
Of course, yeah, and it is less stressful than like a regular bicycle fitting. It's less crucial, let's put it that way. You know, it's more like I just get you on the bike, let's try a few and see what you like.
Okay,
I
so
think that's the best way to do it for the e-bikes.
Here, I guess the biggest question is somebody coming in brand new to the e-bike
Yeah.
industry saying, what bike should I buy? How do I know what I should get, what I'd be looking at? What do you guys normally tell somebody starting off brand new thinking about getting an e-bike?
I guess my first question is, what do you want to do with your bike? And a lot of times, at least for the Avonton people, you know, selling to the Avonton people, they like stuff that goes on the bike path and cruiser bikes and things like that. So then I steer them that way. And if they like mountain bikes, we go towards that direction. And I just go through everything that we have to offer.
Oh, nice. Okay. I guess, what are the other typical common questions that you guys normally get also?
Yeah. How long does the battery last? How long does it take to charge? What's the warranty like? And what's the benefit from getting from a shop? Those are my big questions that we get.
Oh, awesome. So if somebody actually buys a bike that's not, I guess, from one of your dealerships, what is the normal cost that it does go ahead and have a full run through on a bike, like just to make sure everything's tuned up?
Yes, so right out of the box, a standard safety check and tune-up and things like that's going to run you about $65, and I think that's pretty average across the board for like a first inspection, go over all your nuts and bolts and things like that.
Okay, I just want to make a quick statement. These bikes go fast, and if you're riding around with a bike that has loose parts and you don't know about it, and you have something fall off going at 20 miles an hour,
right.
It can be pretty painful, and actually it's just not a good experience anyway. So for $65, honestly, I would highly recommend taking an advantage of shops that will do that for you.
Cheap insurance, I think.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And then of course, anything else as far as maintenance along the way? How often do you think bikes should be maintained or be brought back to a shop?
Sure. Man, that depends on the rider.
Okay.
But I usually go by, if you're not super avid, twice a year, every 6 months, bring it in, make sure it's good to go. I think that's pretty fair. Otherwise, if there's noises that are happening now that weren't when it was new, it's time to bring it in and get it checked out. Squeaks and squawks and honks and stuff like that. Bring it in and have someone check it out.
Awesome. All right. I guess anything else you want to go ahead and talk about? I guess the benefits of coming up to a shop?
The support. You're going to get the support. You're not just buying the bike, you're buying the people that support the bike. So you're developing a relationship that's going to last the lifetime of you on that bike.
That's huge.
It is huge. Yeah. It's huge.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by, Chris.
Yeah, and guys, get a chance, come out to Open Trails out here in Santa Clarita. They're off on, it's Soledad, right?
Soledad, okay.
Yeah, 22935 on Soledad, and it's an awesome shop. Like I said, they got some big brand names that you can check out here. And do you guys still do rentals?
We do rentals.
Yes.
It's $55 for the day for a street bike, so it's a great price.
Yeah, $55. Now the other thing is about renting a bike here is that you can actually test ride it in the parking lot when you're thinking about picking up a bike, but there's nothing like going out for at least a couple of hours to really feel what different kind. Because I think one of the first bikes I had rented was I think it was a high bike, and I realized a mountain bike was not one thing that I wanted. I wanted to have more commuter style. I wanted to go with a fat tire bike, and I wouldn't have known that had it not been for me renting a couple of them and trying out. So highly recommend that as well, because you're making a big investment on a bike, and yeah, you want to make sure you choose the right one right off the bat. All right, thanks again for joining the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.